What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. For the third time in 4 months, former President Donald Trump has been arrested. This time he was taken into custody at the Elijah Barrett Prettyman Federal Courthouse in Washington, D.C., 2 days after he was criminally charged for the third time this year. The latest batch of charges comes as a result of Special Counsel Jack Smith's investigation into Trump and his allies' effort to overturn the 2020 election and their role in the events of January 6. Trump pled not guilty to all charges as expected. He appeared before Magistrate Judge Maxilla A. Yapadia, hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, alongside two of his attorneys, John Lauro and Todd Blanche. Like Trump's arrangement in Miami, Smith himself was present in the courtroom for the proceedings. The hearing lasted just under 30 minutes. Trump was fingerprinted digitally, but he had no mugshot, or no mugshot was taken, according to NBC News. This article I'm reading from is from NBC News. And the judge set August 28th as Trump's first hearing date before Judge Tanya S. Chutkan, who is overseeing the case. Chutkan is expected to set a trial date at that hearing. Trump was in all caps kind of moved ahead of the arrangement on Thursday, saying on Truth Social, "I am now going to Washington, D.C. to be arrested for having challenged a corrupt, rigged, and stolen election. It is a great honor because I am being arrested for you. Make America great again." He arrived to the courthouse with a diminished turnout of supporters and detractors relative to his prior two arrangements. Alina Habba, one of his attorneys, was there speaking to reporters about how the various indictments of the former president have been intentionally timed to distract from congressional probes, Republicans' probe into the Biden family. And, this is my opinion. I'm not a fan of Trump. Never have been. Definitely not a fan of Joe Biden. I do believe that Donald Trump broke the law. I do. I think he broke the law. I think he did try to illegally interfere with the 2020 election and the electoral process. And I do believe that he should be charged for that. But at the same time, I think there are some things going on here. I do believe that this is being timed, this whole process. I think it's all being timed, all of these charges, to obviously try to put Trump behind bars. But I also believe that it's being done strategically to interfere with his efforts to run for a second term. Because all of these trial dates, all these future trial dates, they're going to eventually intersect and interfere with his attempts to run for office. When he's running for the primaries, assuming that he wins the nomination for president for the Republican Party, it's going to interfere with him campaigning for the presidency. It's going to be a distraction. Not to mention the fact is it's going to be an instant topic for discussion for Democrats. An instant topic, a weapon. I really should say not just a topic, a weapon for Biden to use against Trump or any Democrat subordinate to use against their opponent. Trump you got a criminal as a leader of your party, the criminal Republican Party. I can just see how they're going to use this as a weapon. My thing is this. I think that Trump could potentially beat Biden, But what I think is starting to, what I think might happen is Trump is Trump is becoming too toxic for the Republican Party. His supporters are always going to be enough to get him the nomination. The problem is, in the election, the Republicans are going to fail from Trump on down. Anybody attach themselves to Trump, and the record is showing this, they're going to fail in trying to attract independent voters and even disaffected Democrats. They're going to fail in that. And I know that, even in my comment section on my channel, I got some Trump supporters. I mean, you got a right to support whoever you want to support. But, that's not a good indicator of who's going to win. I remember 10 years ago, all over social media, there were all these Ron Paul supporters. If you did all these online polls, Ron Paul was kicking Mitt Romney's, ass in the GOP primaries online. But when it came to actually going out there and voting, let's see, Romney won 44 states, 44 contests. Ron Paul won 4. What is that? Maine, Louisiana, Iowa, and Minnesota. Yeah. Paul had 2 million votes altogether, 11% of the popular vote in the primaries, and Mitt Romney won 52%, 10 million votes. So yeah, social media is not always a good indicator of how someone is doing in a national race. But anyway, as much as I don't like Trump, like Joe Biden is full of bullshit too. He's full of trickery, and I think both men need to step aside. But it doesn't really matter who's president. Nothing's really going to fundamentally change. It's a systemic problem. It's a systemic problem, and the president is really just. The president is like a Burger King manager or a McDonald's manager. He's the face you see, but he's not the person that's really truly running everything. He has power. Don't get me wrong. He has a lot of power individually. More governmental power than anybody else. But he's not really running everything. He's not really running the show. So, it doesn't matter who's president. He says it's my opinion. But anyway, tell me what you guys think.